hear it. Echoes bound for nowhere, from nowhere. Gone with the ashes, faded so fast. Memories of the future, ghosts of the past. In the silence of the desert, where the lost love scream, I wander through the remnants of a forsaken dream. Here stood a church, now charred and burned, a testament to the lessons we never learned. She whispered of love as sweet as spring's first rain, but her heart hid secrets, bound in chains of pain. By the forgotten graves we made our solemn vows, but her betrayal left nothing but shadows and hollows. Gone with the ashes, lost in the blaze, the fire in her eyes, now just a smoky haze. In the whiskey's burn, where the heartache teems, I drown in the currents of broken dreams. That night, with the moon as my witness, I faced the truth as cold as the desert's kiss. A revolver's echo, a cry in the dark. What's left of justice in a world so stark? Gone with the ashes, I ride alone through silent deserts where the winds moan. With each step forward, my past I redeem. In the land of the lost, I reclaim my dream. Gone with the ashes, under starlit beams. In the haunted quiet, I sow my seeds. whispering shadows of the lonesome desert plains, the
Sun sets fire to the horizon, blood and amber stains. Old whiskey bottles lie buried neath the sands of time, while ghostly trains whistle past the forsaken cursor climb. Ashes of the dusty boots scattered by the breeze, every step a story of broken vows and pleas. In the heart of a ghost town, under a noose's sway, the echoes of my past, they never fade away. Came upon a burning church, the flames kissed the black sky, a remnant of a love lost under that cursed moon's eye. The wind carries secrets of a love that once was mine, now just forgotten graves in these silent sands confined. Ashes of the dusty boots carried off by the wind, a dance of swirling memories of sins deeply skinned. In the silence of the desert, with the stars as my guide, I walk the path of revenge with nowhere left to hide. At the crossroads stands a figure, stark against the night, the shadow of my betrayer bathed in the cold moonlight. Our eyes lock, a silent duel in the whispering sands. Two souls bound by blood and dust, fate held in trembling hands. Ashes of the dusty boots now settle in the earth, a tale of vengeance satisfied, a ghost lonely rebirth. In the heart of this cursed land, I found my peace at last. The past and I, we ride as one, shadows overcast. So listen close, ye wandering souls, to this haunted desert song, where every stone and every bone knows where the lost belong. On the edge of nowhere, where the sun bleeds red into the sky, stands a skeleton of a holy place where the crows and secrets lie. Wind howls through the broken panes, whispers names long gone. Whiskey bottles and dusty bones testify to all done wrong. Beneath the church fire, flames lick the sins away. Haunted echoes, old ghosts, talk of betrayal's day. Skeleton keys to locked hearts, left in ash and ire. Love and vengeance entwined neath the church fire. Was a night black as raven wings when deceit took its toll. A love sworn by candlelight, buried in a cold dark hole. She wore white, now it's charred black, under twisted iron and wood. Her whispered prayers turned to screaming, misunderstood. Beneath the church fire, secrets smolder with the flame. beneath the church fire, where my heart's buried too deep. Revenge stirs the ashes, where the dark secrets we keep. Forgive me, love, I'm the ghost in your park, faded to roam, cursed neath the church fire. Out in the silence, under a ghost town moon, whiskey bottles lay preaching beside the saloon. A dusty wind cries through streets that forgot their names, where I dance my pains on the tracks of the midnight train. Oh, I'm dancing with a midnight train. It's wheels singing sorrow, calling out my name. In its haunting echo, I find my bane under the starless sky. I'm dancing with a midnight train. The chapel bells rang once in a fire's embrace. A lover's vow gone, smoke in a cold heart's trace. She left with a veil of shadow, my love turned to disdain. Now every night to that whistle I stake my claim. Oh, I'm dancing with a midnight train, tracks wet with the weeping of old unending rain. Her ghost in the gusts through the window pane. With each whistle blow my resolve unwinds again. There in the whistle, the echoes of my sin, the deeds that night, the fire to fight the gin. A reckoning's due, the past rides fierce and fast. What's lost is lost, what's done it's meant to last. So I'm dancing with a midnight train, bearing scars too deep and love's relentless pain. Here amongst the ruins where spirits remain, I dance alone, the outlaw the night can't contain. Yes, I'm dancing forever with a midnight train. Forsaken desert sand, a town lies buried, secrets clenched in its land. Whiskey bottles clink in the grip of the damned, and the wind whispers tales of a cursed barren strand. Hear the silence of the serpent's prayer in a ghost town where hope gasps for air. A bold heart once betrayed now flares under moonlit crosses, a sinner's despair. Lonely spurs echo down the old gallows lane, past burning churches where only shadows remain.
loved her a while through the storm, through the pain, till she vanished like smoke on an outbound train. Hear the silence of the serpent's prayer in a ghost town where dreams turn to scares. A bold heart broken beyond repair. Every whisper secret laid bare. At the old dusty crossroads, under a blood-red sky, he found the truth in the curse of an eye. Forgotten graves crack under foot. Oh, why did the love he knew had to die? Now he walks through the silence of serpent's prayer, with a gun slung low and a cold empty stare, in the land where even angels dare not dare. He rides alone with ghosts everywhere.
Whistle cuts through the silence of the cursed midnight plains. Old tracks laid by the ghost town where only sorrow remains. A lantern flickers low, casting shadows on the ties. Whiskey bottle lying empty neath the cold and heartless skies. Echoes from the midnight train right across the barren lands, bringing tales of bitter love and blood on guilty hands. Each whistle moans a secret of the deeds that can't be undone, underneath the crescent moon and the burning desert sun. This town was once alive with dreams, now it's dust and broken glass. A church stands black against the fire, its congregation past. She promised love by the morning light, but dawn came cold and gray. Left a note by the smoldering ruins, took my heart and rode away. Echoes from the midnight train stoke the fires of revenge, haunted by the specter of a love that met its end. Every cry of the whistle is a scream into the night, a call to those who walk alone by the flicker of dying light. In the silence between the thunder, I hear her whispering wind. Speaks of betrayal so cruel, a wound that festers within. On forgotten graves I've sworn by the blood of kin and creed, to chase the echoes till my bitter heart no longer bleeds. Echoes from the midnight train, now my journey's set in stone, riding towards the horizon where the sins of night are sown. Let the whistle call my name to the place where all debts are paid, in the dust of cursed lands by the blade of my own spade. whiskey bottles lay with secrets they won't show. In the heart of a ghost town sigh, a lone train whistle moans a forsaken lullaby. Ashes of the silent grave keep my bitter tales, haunted dreams of a lover's ghost where justice failed. On cursed sands where we once swore, now nothing but whispers of the love we bore. The storms dance on forgotten lands where I once held her with these trembling hands. Betrayal's knife, sharp and cold, left me with nothing but her memory to hold. Ashes of the silent grave speak of pain so grave, echoes of a burning church, the fate I brave. Whispers in the desert air calling me to atone. All that's left is a heart as dry as bone. In the shadow of an old gallows tree, I face the ghost of what can no longer be. The wind cries out her name through the dust. A cursed land's plea in redemption I must trust. Ashes of the silent grave where my demons lay, in the dark a gunslinger's path, come what may. Revenge or resignation under the cold moon's weight, I ride through the night, a soul no longer to save. A tale woven in the silence of desolation, a haunted melody, a gunslinger's last salvation. There's a tale that whispers through the deadwood trees, where the moon casts shadows cold and stark. In a ghost town's heart beneath the rusted keys lies a casket crowned with roses dark. A whiskey bottle rolls, the dusty street lies bare, train whistles mourn beneath the sky so vast. That casket hides the secrets of a love beyond repair, a story of a passion that couldn't last. Beneath the roses in the casket lie the dreams that turn to dust. Each petal holds a tale of sorrow wrapped in betrayal's bitter crust. He was a drifter, she was wild as the prairie wind. Together they blaze like a desert sun. But love that burns so fiercely soon finds its bitter end. Under a blood-red sky their fates were spun. In the silence of a church where vows were once declared, a blaze took hold, the flames kissed the sky. He found her locket in the ashes, realized he still cared, but in the heart of night he heard goodbye. Beneath the roses in the casket lie the dreams that turn to dust. Each thorn's a memory of laughter fading in the darkness like a ghost. On a night when dust storms whispered, he returned to where love died. Stood before the casket
like thunder, the vengeance called his name. The desert air carried his ragged breath, her specter in the wind, calling out in blame as he knelt, defeated, confronting death. Beneath the roses in the casket, he laid down his weary head. Forgiveness or damnation, whichever waits in lands of dread. Each rose a marker of what once could be. Underneath, just shadows set free.
Under a blood-headed coyote's cry, whiskey bottles lay by the faded general store. Dust storms dance with ghosts of an outlaw band in a town too cursed to die but forgotten by the Lord. Oh, this cursed land holds my soul in its hand. The devil plays a tune that echoes in these sands. My heart's been lost to this desolate expanse, cursed to roam, a ghost 'neath the moon's cold glare. Tells of love's cruel sin, about a maiden fair and a gunslinger's betrayal. In her eyes a storm like the desert born, but her graves are marked where the nightingales wail. Oh, this cursed land holds my soul in its hand. Burn my dreams like the church that in silence stands. Rusted rails and a train's long forgotten wail. Haunted tracks leading back to a ghostly trail. Ghostly choir, faces from my past, in the flames they conspire. Each sip of rye brings the truth nigh. In this cursed soil we live just to die. Oh, this cursed land with its cold dead hand took all our love, buried deep where I stand. Now I embrace this forsaken haunted place in the cursed land. Embrace, I'll find my peace. out where the wind whispers secrets and sage, through the ghost town where shadows wage, long wars and silence under moon's cold light. I ride this cursed land through the blackest night. Old church bell tolls for souls it can't save, a symphony for the damned in a forgotten grave. Raise your glass to the sky, let the whiskey preach, as dust storms dance with a sorrow no man can breach. This is the last ride waltz under new set tide. Spurs cut deep, heart bleeds fading out of sight. She was a flame-haired beauty with a serpent's kiss, promised eternity in a bed of bliss. But betrayal burned hotter than a desert sun, found her lies twisted fast as a smoke-filled gun. Now every train whistles a mournful cry for a love lost like a too quick goodbye. Memories drown, lost in the whirl of a dusty gown. The last ride waltz, a cursed melody plays, echoing through these silent damned old days. In a town too dead for the dead to roam, I found her locket, returned to the home we'd known. My heart ached raw, but my path lay clear. Revenge or mercy, the choice was mine to steer. That cowboys tell, this last ride waltz with the devil I dance. In the dust of what was, I take my final stance. In the heart of a dust-choked desert town, where the shadows stretch long as the sun goes down, beneath the sway of a hangman's bow lies a secret that the winds won't allow. Whiskey bottles tell tales in the sand of a man with a cursed, blood-stained hand. Hear the whispers in the devil's deal, echoes of a heart too broke to heal. Sins cast long on this haunted stage, trapped forever in their lonesome cage. By the light of a flickering, waning moon, past lovers meet where the night birds croon. Haunted eyes and a love that died, betrayed by the greed and a darker side. A train's lonely whistle sings of woes in a town too full of forgotten throes. Hear the whispers in the devil's deal, bones rattling, seeking to feel. Ghosts roam free in a silent plight, bound to the land by the darkest night. In the flicker of the old church flame, he stood, Remembering her name, a deal struck under a starless sky, with a devil's grin and an angel's cry. Face down in the dirt, his fate he meets. Revenge a bitter drink, never tastes so sweet. Listen close to the devil's deal, where the past and pain find the wheel. Take this tale as a treacherous sign, in the land of the lost all things entwine. Hear the whispers, oh hear them well, in the devil's deal where the shadows dwell.
In the shadow of the holler, where the cold wind moans, stands a church, scorched and empty, in a field of weathered bones. Dust devils dance on broken glass, whiskey whispers on my breath, the echoes of a prayer lost in flames, a sermon preached on death. Burning embers, scarlet sky, memories, fury untamed. The cross stands black against the fire as the devil calls my name. Hell's own choir sings in the wind, the past won't let me be. A haunted man with a cursed land as far as eyes can see. Ghost town secrets buried deep beneath the chapel floor. Love letters and a locket, a vow lost in the war. A preacher man once took my heart, then took everything I had. In the ashes of that holy place lies the good turn bad. Smoldering ruins, midnight's cry, shadows lengthen fate. A crucifix once golden, now a charred and bitter blade. Voices haunt the desert's edge where my sins freely roam. Church bells chime no more for me, this land's my final home. Underneath the silver moon, the truth hard and raw, I face the man in black and rose, his word the final law. Gun smoke twirl like spirits lost, his final breath a sigh, a whispered curse upon the winds neath the endless starlit sky. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, fire cleanses sin. I walk along the endless road where grief and guilt begin. For every love that turns to ash, for every broken vow, I am the keeper of the flames, the outlaw of the night. Each verse, chorus, and bridge in this dark acoustic outlaw ballad paints a picture of desolation and redemption, wrapped in the haunting atmosphere of a ghostly western landscape. Out where the train whistles mourn through cracked skies, a ghost town whispers beneath the old moon's rise.
Dust devils dance where the church used to stand. The devil's breath stirs up the sins of the land. Whiskey bottles lie buried in sand. Forgotten graves. Each step echoes a story. Each shadow enslaves. The devil's desert wind, it howls with a scornful sound, carrying voices of those who ain't never been found. It's a cursed lullaby, on a vengeful flame it spins. Lost love and betrayal ride on the devil's desert winds. I met her eyes like a mirage, soothing but deceitful deep. In her kiss, the taste of dust. In her promises, secrets to keep. Underneath the starlit dread, where silence bathes the night, she swore forever by my side, before vanishing in the light. Now every shadow flickers with the dance of her deceit. Every gust a whisper from the love I won't repeat. The devil's desert wind, it cries with a lonely sound, echoing the heartbreak where my dreams were drowned. It's a bitter serenade, through dead towns it spins. Revenge and redemption ride on the devil's desert winds. In the heart of the night, where the cold truth lies, I face the mirror of my soul in the endless desert skies. The wind called out, its voice was old and cruel, told me the devil's just a man who never could play the fool. The devil's desert wind, it sings with a ghostly sound, each note a tale of what's lost, what's forever bound. It's an outlaw's refrain, over sands of sin it spins. Solace and solitude ride on the devil's desert winds. Yes, redemption and ruin ride on the devil's desert winds. In the shadow of a burned out church, with the devil at my side, dust kicks up where the hope once lived, and the long gone brides are crying. Moonlight casts a guilty glow on whiskey lying spent. Echoes of a train whistle from a time that's long been rent. Whispers in the outlaw heart like wind through cursed land. Tales of love lost to the storm and life slipping through my hands. Each gust a ghostly serenade, each star a witness stark. I roam these silent deserts with whispers in my heart. Beneath the bones of ghost towns where my broken dreams reside, I met her eyes like summer skies, but winter was her guide. She left with secrets wrapped in cloaks,
under cover of the night. In her wake a trail of smoke and the fading of the light. Whispers in the outlaw heart like wind through cursed land. Tales of love turn to betrayal beneath the moon's cold hand. Each step a chapter of the past, each breath a parting mark. I wander lost horizons with whispers in my heart. By the forgotten graves I've come to terms with my own sins. Her voice a haunting melody that dances on the wind. The truth is sharp as desert glass, cuts clean through the lies. In the silence of this wasteland, a part of me just dies. Whispers in the outlaw heart like dust that never settles. Revenge a bitter road ahead, twisting like the devil's. Tonight I'll ride in this curse or let it claim my part. A soul adrift in shadows with whispers in its heart. In the shadow of a burned out church, under a blood red sky, I found an old whiskey bottle, throwing dust in my eyes. The ghost town whispers secrets in the chill of the desert night. Train whistle moaning distance like a soul not yet in flight. Echoes from the whiskey singing sorrow and sin. Tales of a man forsaken by what might have been. Each drop a memory, each glass a grave. Lost love and vengeance, no one could save. Crossed by a lover with eyes like the stormy sea. She left with my heart under that old hanging tree. Promises shattered like glass in a barren street. Now every bottle's a message from a past I can't defeat. Echoes from the whiskey haunt my broken dreams. Whispers of a cursed land and silent screams drowning in the shadows of what used to be. This bottle holds the last of me. In the grip of the night, I face down my fears. The
the spirit's bend, I'll lay down my burdens in this forgotten grave. Whiskey be my witness, I'm no one's slave. Each line echoes the desolation and the depth of a soul haunted by its own decisions and the harshness of the desert's unforgiving memory.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the cold winds never rest, a bottle lay beside him, amber proof of his quest. A lonely train whistle cuts through the cursed night air, in a town too dead for dying, no salvation anywhere. No mercy in the lost love, no tears left to cry. The stars above unblinking, cold in the desert sky. Whispered vows, now ashes, scattered in the breeze. Nothing left but to haunt this ghost town's memory. He rode in with a heart full, left with it torn apart. Her lies were like a razor, slicing through his heart. A church once stood as witness, now in embers it lays. Her silhouette in the doorway, as the organ softly played. No mercy in the lost love, burned dreams at his feet. Echoes of old footsteps down the empty street. Promises like tumbleweeds rolling out of sight, in the cool, relentless shadows of the unforgiving night. In the silence of the desert, faced the truth he knew inside. The love he thought eternal was the first thing that had died. Revenge, a bitter whiskey, he sipped it slow and neat. His heart as dry as the bones that lay forgotten in the heat. No mercy in the lost love,
right through the whispers of sand where the old ghosts lie. Whiskey bottle clanking at my side, a lonesome friend. Past the burning churchyard gates where souls ascend. Riding through the midnight train, echoes call my name. Steel tracks to redemption, or a path to my shame. Each whistle cuts the silence like the truths I can't reclaim. On this midnight train to nowhere, just shadows in the flame. Once loved a girl as fierce as the desert storm. Her betrayal, a thunderbolt, left my heart torn. In a ghost town we vowed under starlit canvas. Now she's just a whisper in the dust, treacherous as Judas. Riding through the midnight train, rolling through the pain. The stars look down in sorrow as I flee from my disdain. This iron beast, my chariot, through cursed land and rain. On this midnight train to nowhere, with my sins to entertain. At the crossroads of my reckoning, by the forgotten graves, I face the mirror of my soul. Through the dust storms I brave, her shadow haunts my dream on these cold steel waves. The heart seeks vengeance, but the spirit craves safe. Riding through the midnight train, destiny's my claim. Either find my peace in hellfire, or rise through the blame. Train whistle cries like a banshee, calls out my secret name. On this midnight train to nowhere, redemption's just a game. Dark and haunting, the tones of my tale in the echoes of the train where the nightingales wail. In the ghost of a town where the dust whispers secrets, under the moon's silver watch she walks without sound. Her veil's as dark as the night's cold embrace, past shuttered doors down by the ground of unsound. Whiskey bottles and decay line the chapel's old aisles, where once vows were promised, now only shadows attend. Oh, the silence of the bride in black, haunting the ruins of love turned cold. Her heart's a deserted track, echoing the lies that the winds have told. In the silence, in the black, revenge breathes a tale never old. Said he was a drifter, came in on a southbound train. Whistle cut through the night like a scream out of hell. Promised her forever, left only pain. Now her tears are dried up like the old wishing well. In her hand a faded photograph burns in the fire of the church where her dreams turn to dust. The silence of the bride in black wanders through memories as sharp as rust. Her love was a one-way track, gone with the wind and betrayal. She trusts in the silence, in the black. She walks the cursed lands, doing what she must. Down by the railroads where the night hides sin, she finds him laughing, a new love by his side. Thunder rolls as her vengeance begins. The storm's rage mirrors the fury in her stride. A flash of steel under the lightning's crack. Silhouettes entwined, and just one stands back. Now the silence of the bride in black carries the echoes of justice clap across the silent desert. She'll trek back. In her heart a dusty road unwrapped. In the silence, in the black. Bride of vengeance, no more to be trapped. So listen close to the wind's low moan. In the silence of a bride turned stone. In the shadow of the gallows, where the cold wind moans, lies a tale of a man, buried bones beneath stones. Whiskey bottle in his hand, and a heart turned to rust. Haunted by the memories in the desert dust. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old, where the sun bleeds red on the cursed land. Echoes of a gun held in a trembling hand. He rode through silent towns with a ghost by his side, chasing whispers of a love that long ago died. In the churchyard at midnight, where the dead trees weep, he swore an oath over her grave, a promise he'd keep. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old. Through dust storms and sorrow past the devil's gate, he rides seeking vengeance fueled by love and hate. Under the pale moonlight he faced the traitor's eyes, a brother in blood, now an enemy in disguise. Two shots rang out like a train whistle's cry. One man stood, one man laid, ready to die. Beneath the dusty boots, a tale of revenge unfolds in the heart of the desert, where the night is cold. A gunfighter's legacy carved in the sand, leaving nothing but footprints and a shaking hand. So if you wander through this ghostly land, beware.
story of the boots you may unwillingly share. Each step uncovers what many have found, a life of shadows beneath the ground.
Under the blood-red sky, where the vultures dare to roam, dust kicks up beneath the hooves on this land cursed and alone. Old church bells ring no more, just shadows dance on worn-out stones. Bottle full of yesterday's whiskey in my coat, my heart's echoing moans. Buried in the burning barn, flames kissed by a liar's charm. Ghost town whispers cold and stark as the devil marks his ark. Fire paints the night all red, under ashes lie the dead. Whispers float in the smoky tarn, my soul's buried in the burning barn. There's a tale of love gone cold in the wail of the night train's cry, her silhouette in the doorway with a promise that turned to a sigh. A whisper of betrayal under the moon's watchful eye, silver locket in the rubble, lost dreams and a last goodbye. Buried in the burning barn beneath the curse of twisted yarn, dusty boots through silent halls, following the raven's calls. Night's curtain heavy and darned hides the scars of hearts uncharmed, echoes lost in the smoky tarn. Love's buried in the burning barn. In the quiet after the flames, where the truth no longer hides, face the ghost of you in the silence where my old self died. Through the smoke your specter fading like a drift of desert sands. A reckoning came at dawn with the gun still in my hands. Buried in the burning barn where vengeance held a fiery arm, settled debts in the blaze so wild, reclaim peace like a foreskin child. Ash to ash in the earth so charred, on these plains I stand my guard. Heartbeats fade in the cooling tarn, freed and buried in the burning barn.